How to set up a 0% tax company structure. 3 different ways in 3 different countries. At the end of this video, you'll know exactly how each one of these works, the requirements, and which one is better for you. Because, gentlemen, we both know that you can make a better use of the money than giving it to the government. I'd rather make $10 and keep the $10 than make 10 and give 5 to the government and 5 for me, like when I was in Spain, paying 52% in taxes. I hate taxes, and this is why I create this video for other people that hate them too. So the first 0% tax structure for companies is the US LLC. You're going to see that it's a really effective structure, but there are some requirements that you need to meet. For example, if you are an American citizen or an American resident, this might not be the best solution for you. Why? Because if you're paying taxes to the IRS, well, having a US LLC is going to give information to the IRS. So this works perfectly for non-US citizens that has a personal tax residency, for example, Paraguay or Dubai, which is 0% at the personal level. Why? Because the US LLC is a pass-through entity. That means that the income that you make in the LLC, it's taxed at the personal level. So if you say you pay 40% in taxes in Australia or in the UK, if you earn $10 with the company, the US LLC, and you make 5 in the UK at the personal level, that's 15, and all $15 are going to be taxed at what you pay in a personal level. If it's 40% taxes, 40% from the US LLC and you personally. So the first step for that is to create a 0% tax situation at a personal level. Then the US LLC grants you this limited liability that protects you from being sued and somebody taking your personal assets. So whatever happens in the company stays in the company. And also the good thing about the US LLC is you can create some privacy around it. For example, by having a registered agent, which is legal in Wyoming, in Delaware, a couple states in the United States, to have them sign in the public record that they create the company, even though with an operational agreement behind, you are the private 100% owner of that US LLC. I have a full video on US LLC that we're going to link at the end of this one, so stay until the end to see the option number 2 and option number 3. If you are a US citizen, as I mentioned, these other 2 options are better for you than the US LLC. And briefly, the requirements for the US LLC are filling a 2-minute form that we have, for example, in our website. We create them in 1 to 2 days. You have your US LLC incorporated, and then in 4 weeks you're going to have your EIN number. With that, you can open bank accounts, you can open even online, Mercury, Wise, you can even have payment processors like Stripe. So you can receive money, make it through the LLC, pay 0% tax at the personal level, so unlimited money. You don't pay taxes on that, on the corporate level, which is the topic of this video, and then not even in a personal level. Let's go to the next one. Second structure, the UK LLP. If you've seen that video in specific on my channel, if not, it's gonna be linked at the end as well. The UK LLP is a limited liability partnership. It means you need 2 entities because you can be an individual and a company. So for example, the LLP could be owned by yourself and a free zone company in Dubai, or by a US LLC and a free zone company in Dubai. And the thing is that the LLP is not as anonymous, not as private as the Wyoming or Delaware US LLCs. Why? Because one person, physical person, needs to sign to appear in the public record. Somebody needs to put their name there. So if you have, let's say, a partner that they want to put their name when creating the UK LLP, then yes, you can remain anonymous. But if you are the only owner, 100% owner, then you need to put your own name in there. In the payment processor, like in Stripe, they're just gonna see the name of the company. But if somebody searches, oh, who's the owner of this company, they're gonna find who is behind the UK LLP. Besides that, there are not that many differences. Actually, the UK LLP creation, it's much faster than the US LLC. We create LLPs in 1 day, 24 hours, boom, you got it done. And the very next day, or even the same day that you receive the documents of incorporation, you can go to Wise and open an online bank account and get a debit card. You can also pay like corporate debit card with Wise. You can open payment processing with the Stripe, so it's faster. You don't need to wait the 4 weeks like the EIN with the US LLC. So both have different benefits. On one side, the US LLC, it's more anonymous. It takes a bit more with the 4 weeks of the EIN. The UK LLP, it's not as anonymous, but it's much faster. In 1 day, boom, you can have payment processor, Wise, bank account, online, and a debit card. You can pay with corporate, so you don't even need to send the funds to your personal account, which is a huge win if you want to keep it on the corporate side. Regarding the tax filing, both companies really fast to create. It's just a 2-minute form if you do it with us, and after that you don't need to worry about anything. We take care of the tax filing. The US, in the UK, you just need to think about next year there's gonna come the renewal, which is a fraction of the price, which makes it even more affordable to have both the structures. Actually, most of my clients have the 2, so they start with the UK LLP, start the banking and the payment processor. When the US LLC arrives, boom, they incorporate it and they have 2 options. So we have this redundancy. In case something happens to one, you can keep receiving payments and keep sending payments from the other. Now the third structure, you might have heard about it, some controversy, is it gonna change in the future? Not. I'm talking about the free zone companies in Dubai. 0% tax, there are some requirements, not all type of businesses can open in a free zone company, but for example, if you're a consultant, if you work online, if you're a content creator, you can indeed have a free zone company. I have one. I've had actually all three structures, so I know them in and out, and with my team, we've helped dozens, for example, the US LLC, hundreds of clients, so we know exactly which combinations you can have. We usually recommend the free zone company. It's 0% corporate tax, and the good thing is that it can also become an entity that then is the owner of a US LLC or is the owner of a UK LLP. And what are the requirements for the free zone company? You don't even have to be here in Dubai. You can do it online. Actually, with our team and partners, we open free zone companies in only 3 days from wherever you are in the world. See how beautiful it is, gentlemen, to combine these 3 different structures in 3 different jurisdictions. In all of them, you can have corporate bank accounts and you can have credit cards, debit cards for those corporate accounts. In the case of the US, if you want debit accounts, you'll probably need to fly to the US. To the UK, you can do it online with Wise, and with the free zone company in Dubai, you can also have corporate bank account. But again, going for example to Dubai, it's gonna make your life much easier in order to open the bank account, get the debit card, and then even a credit card. So you can always keep the money in those companies and you don't need to send it to you at a personal level. Just remember that if you are a US citizen, you'll need to report to the IRS. If you have any income you're generating from these companies and you are the only owner of it, well, technically you need to report to the IRS. If you are not a US citizen, life becomes much easier. That's the reason why so many people need to do other loopholes if they are Americans, or if it's too much and they just want more freedom, they renounce to the American citizenship, which is not needed in many cases. But this is the major difference on which one is best for one person or another. Miquel, that's too much info. I just want to tell me what's best with my situation, with my companies. You can book a consultation, clicking the link down below. We'll let you know which is the best option for you. If 1, 2, the 3 companies, how each one of them owns the other one to create a 0% tax structure legally, both at the corporate level and a personal level. When you combine all of these, you can then have funding in the US with the US LLCs, you can have great banking in the UK with the UK LLP, and you can diversify your banking options with a free zone company. If you want more specific details, you can check these videos over here. Miquel Gironès from Dubai, be extraordinary, and check over here, pick the one you like.